Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of the Evexia Effect here from Kos Island. Today we have a wonderful guest, Arni, who is a local Tai Chi instructor, but originally from Holland. She's lived here on Kos since the 80s, and she's going to tell us a little bit about her Tai Chi journey and all about well-being here on Kos. So welcome Arni, welcome to our little chat. It's really nice to have you here. Um, so,
Well,
so what we'll do is we'll just start getting chatting, start talking about yourself. So first of all, what originally brought you to Kos?
first of all, for me, thank you for having me in your podcast. It's a real honor for me. I'm not very used to things like this, so wow, that's great. What brought me first to Kos? Well, work in the first place. I came to Kos to a hotel to do sports entertainment. And I'm originally I'm a sport teacher from the Netherlands, from Holland. So yeah, I came to Kos to be a sport entertainer, and that in those days it was different than now. That's in '82 that I came here. So we did mostly. I did tennis, and I organized, tennis games and everything. I did swimming lessons. My colleague was on the surfboard
Oh
giving
wow.
lessons, and I can't surf, and he can't play tennis. So we fixed it like this. We did football, volleyball games. Sunrise and sunset walks, things like this. And in evenings we did bingo, quizzes, stuff like this. It's different than they do now, I think.
I think it depends on the hotel and like the service, because I also came to Kos in a hotel to do fitness and a little bit of sports type thing, but I was more fitness rather than sports. But there was definitely opportunities out there to do sports as well, to do like tennis, to do different types of sports instruction. So we're from very similar backgrounds. She's like, you came in the 80s and I came in 2018.
Well, a different life, completely different life.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Um,
yeah.
so you're now teaching Tai Chi, which is what we're here to really talk about. How did your background as a sports teacher influence your journey to become a Tai Chi instructor, teacher? I don't know what the right term is.
Yeah, I call myself a Tai Chi teacher, but on my certification it's written Tai Chi instructor, so
Okay.
I think it's the same. Well, how did I go to Tai Chi? Of course, when I was a child, I always did sports. I'm good in sports, so I like it, and I wanted to become a sport teacher. But I played, for instance, hockey and tennis and gymnastics, but especially for hockey and tennis, you have to play games, and I wasn't very ambitious. I didn't need to win. I wanted to do my sport for fun, to be with other people of my own age, have a good time, and the bonus was health. So that's the three main things for me for sport. And mostly people see sport like, you have to become the first in your sport. You have to be better and quicker and faster, and you have to jump higher and further and heavier and more, 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 more. Too much, in my opinion. I think it's very unhealthy. Because
I
you can.
relate to that. I come from a competitive background, and when I came to COS, I decided that I no longer wanted to compete anymore. I wanted to do everything just for myself. So yeah.
Yeah, very good, very good. So, well, I had it in my, like forever. So, when I found then Tai Chi, I found it on internet. I was teaching Dutch in those days, and that was 2012 about. I had never heard about Tai Chi, didn't know anything about it. I left Holland before, aerobics and all the other fitness stuff started, so I didn't have any idea. And I was looking for some morning gymnastics for a school trip that we wanted to do, camping. And then I found Tai Chi, and I thought, wow, that looks great. So what they showed on the video, I wanted to learn it. And I was just took me, because, there's nobody to win with, it's only yourself. And I want to do it best for myself. But I can do it, harsh, or in a softer way. Well, Tai Chi is soft. It's very slow. Yeah, you do movements like this, and it goes slow. And, there's no running in it, there's not too much, there's not any chance for injury or anything. So that was exactly what I wanted to do. And then I did some Tai Chi with the children at the camping. They thought it was really fun, and, they joked about it. And there were some parents too, and they were watching, and they thought, wow, that's nice. So then one of the parents, she asked if I could teach her, and we started with a little group of Dutch people with Tai Chi, and it's me.
So
Slow.
is there
Yeah.
a feeling for yourself with regards to Tai Chi? Is there a connection? So, for example, when I teach Pilates, I have this connection that is just right for me. I understand it. I understand how my body works, how I feel, and I find it really easy to relay the message to other people because I
Yeah.
believe in that what I'm teaching.
Yeah. That's it. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really me. I did Pilates also because I had a period of time that I had a severe back problem. I had to lay down. I lay down for a whole winter. Wow, very difficult for me to lay down. And then slowly, I came out of it, and I heard about Pilates. In those days, Pilates was going on in Kos,
Yeah.
happily, luckily for me. So I went to Pilates lessons, and it really brought me up
Yeah.
because, it works on the core, it strengthens the muscles around your spine and everything, and keeps you upright and makes you stronger. So that's how slowly I came out of my back problem. And then I went up to yoga. I thought something else now. And that was also, very interesting. And I like that very much too. But I must say, with Pilates and with yoga, I could have some fallbacks that
Yeah.
I had. My back hurt. With yoga, also my wrists. Sometimes,
Okay.
when you have to stand, do
Yeah.
the sun thing in the beginning and things like this, there were
Yeah.
injury problems. And then in 2012, when I found Tai Chi, I also had um, in this time my program changed, my working program changed, and it didn't work out with yoga anymore. So I just focused on Tai Chi, and I can do that everywhere. I don't need
Yeah.
anything.
Yes.
You can do it everywhere. In your room, in your bed, laying down,
Yeah.
sitting here on the chair, you can do it. If I knew Tai Chi when I had my back problem, I would recovered so much quicker.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So, with that in mind, there's a lot of people that are not familiar with what Tai Chi actually is. So, can you explain what it is and why it's unique compared to other forms of movement and other exercises such as yoga, Pilates, more intense things? So, yeah, the background of Tai Chi.
Yeah, well, that's it, more intense. It's more
Yeah,
intense. And it's not for everybody because not everybody is strong and healthy enough to do things like this. When I first saw aerobics after I finished my study and I saw aerobics, I thought, oh my God, this is so bad. For people who are beginners
yeah,
and they just start, like wow, wow, wow,
I agree
they
with you.
only can get injuries. It's impossible. You have to be, or you make it slowly going up, or you have to have a healthy and strong body.
Yeah, you have to
So
have
that's
body condition. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So that's a very, very big difference that everybody can do it. And as I said before, you can do it seated, laying down. For people like me in those days, when I were laying down, I could have done that. But it's not only the movements, you know. You do the movements and they go slow. But when you go slow, then everything slows down. Your breath slows down, your heart slows down. It all, you know, follows each other because we are not one thing. We are a whole body all working together. And then, you know, then the mind is thinking, oh, the heart and the lungs are going slow. I can go slower too. And then the mind goes slower and you can lose you can let go of all the negative thoughts and the worries and the pain and whatever is all into your head. And then your brain, it can start, because your brain is not made only to think, it's also made to control your body.
Yeah.
And then your brain is open and can uh, pick up the signs from your body. Hey, I'm in pain here. Hey, it doesn't feel good here. And then it can bring the signs back to your body to heal your body.
Okay, really
Our,
interesting.
our brain is so much more than only the knowledge that we have in it, that we put in it. It's incredible, your brain. You really can heal yourself with it.
So,
The master I learned Tai Chi from, and I got the certifications from, he is a Chinese guy living in Australia. And he had, when he was a child, he had arthritis. Arthritis is something people say you can't recover of it. It only gets worse. Well, he got worse. When he started studying, he wanted to become a physical doctor, so he studied. And then he found Tai Chi. And if you see him now, he is in his 70s now. If you see him now doing Tai Chi, it's really incredible. And you can't see anything on, you know, his hands or his body in his moving. He's not in pain. He doesn't even have any medicine anymore. He doesn't take anything. And there are different styles of Tai Chi. Well, what I do is very slow, but there's one also with high jumping,
okay.
very quick movements. He does that all. It's incredible.
So, what are
It's
all these different styles of Tai Chi? Because for me, that doesn't know. All I know is that Tai Chi is the slow movement, maybe standing on one leg type situation, trying to maintain your balance and composure. So, what are all the different types out there?
Well, it's not so much composure. Composure, you mean with standing, huh?
Yes,
Standing
yeah,
and with one leg up. No,
yeah.
that's not what we do in Tai Chi. In Tai Chi,
Okay,
we try not to stop moving.
okay,
We will start moving and we don't stop moving until, and then you can bring a leg up, for instance, like this. But then in moving, you know, you never stop.
okay.
What was the question?
So the different
I know.
types of Tai Chi.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the story goes that there was a general in army general in Tai Chi, and he got his pension. Wow, he was a very good one because in those days there were lots of battles and wars, and he survived. So he was ready for his pension, for his retirement, and he was very worried, you know, to become from very fit to become, you know, a very old man, not be able to do anything. So he started putting the military thing, the martial art things, together with Qigong. Qigong existed for a longer time, and those are slow movements also for your body, but you all the time you do the same. All the time. You do it 10 times, 15 times, I don't know, lots of times. And that's very good for your health. So he put them together and made Tai Chi out of it. But because he was a fit guy and he was from martial arts, and his surname was Chen, all the styles are called to the surname of the founder. So the
Okay,
Chen style often has quick movements, high jumpings, you know, more like martial art, but then with very slow following movements. And then all of a sudden, again, something like this. That's Chen style. Out of Chen style, there came Yang style. There was this guy in China, Yang. Oh, he was very curious about the Chen style, but in the villages, the Chen village, they had those secrets. It's a secret, what they have. So Tai Chi was a secret. But this young guy, he went into the village like a servant, and he sneaked and peeked in, and he learned himself, he taught himself also to do Tai Chi. And then they found it out, but he was so good that the Chen people said, okay, you can have your Tai Chi, you can teach it to other people too. So from there it got spread over China a little bit more. Well, Yang style is not with the big quick movements, it's more going on. And then from there was a Wu style. In the Wu style, if you have, for instance, a punch, then you bend forwards. With Yang, you stay up, and with Wu, you bend forwards. They have a different idea about how the energy works in the body. And I mostly work with Sun style, which is slow, and they have following steps. And Sun style, they say it's very, very much more healthier for much more beneficial for health. So that's
Why is that so? Why do they
because,
say
because we make more steps.
Okay.
We are a little bit higher because with Tai Chi you have to bend your knees, and with the other styles they go very low down, but we stay a little bit more up, which is healthier also for the knees. It's better doable for people who have illnesses or are older people. Yeah, that's why
Okay.
some style is better.
What are the key benefits of Tai Chi?
Okay, well, first of all, I have to say I found in my lessons that the benefits depend on the person. I did the same lessons with the people, and I asked them, okay, what benefits did you have? One said lower blood pressure. One said I don't twist my ankle anymore. One side my mind is more open. Others say on the days I do Tai Chi I sleep better. So everybody had a different benefit.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's logical because you know your mind is open now and it can listen to your body. Your body has perhaps 10 problems, but one is more important than others. So then, first of all, it goes to the most important thing, try to heal it, heals it, makes it better, and then it can go to the next one. Very simple thoughts, yeah. But people say, you know, first of all, it's relaxation. You can relax your mind. And then it's very good for, I have a list here so I don't forget anything, for balance. And then I don't mean balance, you know, standing on one leg. It's very good for that too. But if you can balance that, you also can balance other things like your heart rate or the blood pressure or the sugar level. You can balance it out so it is in a way which is healthy. And then you have strength, because you have to have an upright posture. The muscles around your spine are all working very good, so you have a stronger stand in a way. Yeah. And it also helps then with your back to have less pain because you have the right posture. Your knees should be a little bit bent, so it makes your legs, the upper legs, which are very important, big muscles, also stronger. You're always working with your arms somewhere up there, so it keeps them up also. And then flexibility, because you work from your core, you get more flexible around your core. You need to do movements like this, which you not always do. It keeps the flexibility in shoulders, in wrists, in knees, in everything. It's very good for immunity. It's, in a way, well, name it, and you can benefit from it. Yeah.
Would you say that it's beneficial to a particular age group or fitness level, or is it for everybody?
I think, that's my opinion, I think it would be even more beneficial for young people, even strong young people, because you can prevent illnesses. It's better to prevent than to heal, isn't it?
Yes.
So in a way, I would say all the children at school should learn Tai Chi to prevent from illnesses when they grow up. And then, you know, it would be best if they can keep the Tai Chi going on. But as I said before, many people say Tai Chi is very good for older people. I agree, very much, because the older you get, the less you probably move, especially when you have a job with a sitting job, or when you get your retirement and you don't need to work, whatever you were doing physically, so you start sitting and watching television, and moving is something that we all need. And also for people who have all kind of illnesses, when you keep those slow and smooth and continuous movements, you keep your blood flowing, which helps you very good. You make deep breaths, not up here, but using your whole lungs, and you can get more oxygen into that blood, which is going everywhere so much easier, helping you getting rid of all the bad stuff and bringing all the good stuff in. The energy is flowing everywhere in your body, getting rid of blockages and helping you to heal. So yes, it's very beneficial for ill people and older people, especially also because they don't need to do very difficult things.
Yes, yeah.
But I think it's very
pretty much everybody.
Yeah?
It's accessible to everybody.
It is definitely. As I told before, also, even if you need to lay down for whatever reason, you can do Tai Chi and help yourself getting better much quicker. Yeah.
Wonderful. So we're here on COS. You've been here since the 80s. How did you introduce Tai Chi to COS, basically? Were the people here open to it from the beginning?
No, they weren't open from the beginning. How I introduced it? Well, it started, of course, with this school trip. And the parents looking at it, and there was one woman who said, "Oh, I would like to do that. Can you teach me?" She found some more, all Dutch people. So we did that, and then one of them said, "No, I decided to start officially a Tai Chi school, because here in Greece, Tai Chi is a little bit a difficult thing, just like yoga also." Many people think that it's a religion. And, here it is Orthodox Christians, so you shouldn't touch their religion. And if I have a different religion which doesn't relate with their religion, then it's not a good thing. So I had a problem once when somebody from church said, "Go away here because you're too close to the church, and what you are doing is religion which doesn't fit with Orthodox." So I thought I better become legal, so nobody can say anything to me anymore. So that's why, and then I went into, Facebook and different sites to promote my Tai Chi, but it was most foreigners who came.
So it's a bit of a lack of education from the unknown, really. So there's a bit of resistance from people not really understanding what Tai Chi is.
Yeah. And then especially when they hear sometimes on the television, okay, yoga is a religion, And then you hear on, I don't remember which island it was, yoga was forbidden.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because it's a religion and, it's not a good religion and things like this. So then I thought, no. But I see now, lately, now a few years now, 2, 3 years, that Greek people are coming now. They are like 40, 50-year-old having problems, having health problems, and they start coming now.
Okay. Okay, so the education, so people are more open and more understanding as the generations go on.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And I also see more things happening here on Kos now. It's difficult with everyone I know who are doing like energy work. It's very low down, but they exist. At least
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
exist.
Okay.
And
And
if
that's a
they
start.
exist, and
It's a
yeah,
start. Yeah.
yeah, and then one after another, perhaps something will happen.
So you're starting to do Tai Chi retreats. What's inspired you to take this step to do the retreats?
Okay, a few years ago, I worked in. I need to work in the summer because I can't live from my Tai Chi school. So I worked in a retreat hotel, and well, I liked it. It was a yoga retreat hotel. So yeah, I thought, why shouldn't I try that too? It's if it doesn't work out so well with the locals as I hoped, because I wanted to start Tai Chi for the locals. Well, if they are not interested, then try something else. So I started
So
retreats.
you're bringing Tai Chi to the island, which is amazing.
Mm.
What can people expect from your Tai Chi retreat?
Okay, well, my Tai Chi, anyway, all my Tai Chi is outdoors. So we are doing it in nature. Well, if you come as a foreigner from England or Holland or Belgium, I have many Belgian people coming, then of course the sea here is, wow, something else, isn't it?
Yes,
So we
yeah.
do, yeah, we do Tai Chi on the beach, we do it in the hotels, parks, we do it close to archaeological places, because my retreat is like in the morning and in the evening we do a Tai Chi lesson, but not a normal Tai Chi lesson. I do it so everybody can join. So beginners, half advanced or very advanced people. It's a different way of looking at Tai Chi. I put a nature in the movements also. I use nature also. And I don't do a whole form, mostly Tai Chi is movement after movement after movement, and then you have something like, some people would say, a dance altogether. I don't do that. I do the single movements, but I also introduce them in a different way, like more social, working with other people. So like this, it's good for everybody. And then I bring nature in it, of course, but also culture, Greek culture, yeah, which is very old. It's about the same time that Qigong started in China. The movements which were for health. So that could relate also. And then, I bring Hippocrates in it. We go to the Asclepion and to the foundation, and we go to the ruins in town and everything. And we also find a place close to those places where we do Tai Chi there then. Yeah.
So what do you think these ancient monuments, so the Asclepion, the first hospital where Hippocrates did all his work basically, so what do you think that brings to the Tai Chi experience or the retreat experience?
Okay, well, anyway, there is something with Kos. I've been working with tourists very many years, and we have many, many, many tourists coming back year after year after year after year. And they don't come only to Kos, they also go to other places in the world. They come at least one time to Kos, and their other holiday is somewhere else. Or there are people who have traveled all over the islands, all over Greece, but they always come back to Kos. There is something about Kos.
It's
And Tell me.
Sorry, carry on. I'll say what I need to say afterwards.
Okay. So Asclepion, the first hospital ever, as they say, is one of those places where many people feel something. There's something going on there. And that's probably also why the Asclepion is there. In those days, there also was water going on. Also when my husband was a child, there were rivers running everywhere. Now they don't run anymore. It's not wet enough anymore. But in those days, there were also springs over there. Where the fresh water come out, and they had. It was told that it was healing water also. And then you have, for instance, the therma, where the hot water springs, which is very healing also. And in the mountains, there are some spots where if you go walking, then you also all of a sudden you see all black. It's not burnt. It's coming from the earth. It's you can smell also the how you call the yellow stuff
The
that
sulfur?
smells like
Sulfur.
rotten eggs. Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
the
smell it
sulfur
over
that
there.
comes from the volcanoes. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of energy at the islands. Also, all those small churches which are built on the mountain, they're always built on a certain place because something's going on there. So
What I was
yes,
going to
and
say before is everybody that I've spoken to on the podcast and outside of the podcast is that there is something special about Kos. There is an energy here. It's the only place that I've ever felt at peace. There's so many people that relate to what I say with regards to that. The moment that people step off the aeroplane to get here or step off the boat, they suddenly feel grounded and at peace. And there is some kind of energy coming from Kos, which
yeah,
I can't explain it. I can only say what I think I feel, but there is something here. And as a foreigner coming in, so people that are coming from for your retreats will get that feeling and they will understand, and they may not understand it straight away, but maybe when they come back the second time, they'll be like, it is Kos. It is Kos is that giving me that feeling.
yeah.
Not just the Tai Chi, not just the other things that we're doing, but Kos has something special.
It
Yeah,
probably has. Yeah.
yeah.
When I first came, for the first time, when I came to Kos, I remember why I went out of the airplane and hot, so hot, incredible. Well, and then of course I started working here in the hotel in Kostown, and then I married and I got my children, and I got used to the island, So I probably don't feel it so much anymore as the foreigners do from other countries and then coming up here. I'm kind of used to it. Yeah.
I think like what a lot of locals are, you get so used to the place that you're in, you don't really, you're not as grateful for that situation. You don't practice gratitude as much when you're immersed in it every single day. Whereas if you're from the outside and you come to it, you feel that gratitude that little bit more. Sometimes we have to remind ourselves um, how grateful we are and how lucky we are to be in such a wonderful place. Um,
Really.
Maybe on a daily basis, when I go for my walks, I always walk around Tigaki Salt Lake, and I always take a moment to just stand there. I'm walking the dog. I make the dog sit down, bless her, and I stand there and just have a moment with how grateful I am to be in such a wonderful place, and just be at one with the nature here. I think it's really important. So we don't get so, what's the word? So I can't even think of what the word is. So used to being in that one place. We need to remind ourselves that actually, yes, this is a special place. Remember how we felt when we first got here, type situation. Yeah.
Mm.
So have you? So have you done a retreat already, or is your first retreats coming up?
No, I did. My first retreat was last April.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah. And
And was there
people were
any
very.
memorable experiences or transformations from people attending your sessions or your retreats?
Yeah, well, there was one, and I really remember. I probably remember that always, because we did a Tai Chi session at sunset. So I put nature in it, and I also use the energy of the whole group, and and they probably weren't used to that so much because they came from Belgium. The whole group was from Belgium. It's bad weather over there. You almost need to do it indoors. So then we did it, and well, we were ready, and we wanted to go back to the hotel. And then this woman, she came up to me and she hugged me, and she was in tears, and she said, "Oh, I never felt so connected as I did before, because I helped them remember nature. Look at the nature, look at the beauty, look at the sea. We were doing it on the beach. Look at, the island opposite and feel the ground and the sand underneath your feet and everything. And then, be aware of the people around and things like this. And yeah, oh yeah, and it made me really happy. Yeah, yeah,
That you'll
it's a good
never
one.
forget that moment. You'll always tell
Mm.
people that moment, and so you should.
Yeah.
And that woman, she's had an experience like no
Oh,
other.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, great. And
amazing.
the other people were also all very content and everything. But I also heard it from, I have one client, it's so nice. Twice a week we are on the beach doing Tai Chi. And every time when she is ready, she said, "Oh, it was so beautiful. And the place is beautiful, and you are beautiful." That's me then. And the
Oh,
movements are so nice. And every time she says that, "Oh, it was so
gosh.
beautiful." Yeah,
Well, she
yeah,
sounds like a wonderful person, and
yes,
she's practicing that gratitude constantly. Yeah, she's
yeah,
really embracing the Tai
yeah,
Chi
yeah.
and the environment. Amazing. Um, you've lived here so many years now. Um, how would you describe the overall well-being culture of Kos?
Well, because I'm here so many years, I came in '82. There has changed a lot. In the times that I came, almost nobody had a car, so we had to walk or have a bicycle. Quite some people had a motorbike, but more walking and more cycling. People were gathering in each other's houses, finding each other, friends, family. The men went to the coffee
Cafe Neo, yeah, big
pavilions
coffee shops.
and have a good time together with each other there. It was more people had more physical work also than they do now. So then that was in the 80s and the 90s. And then in 2000, I started studying to become a school teacher to do Dutch lessons here. I did that study for 2 years. I didn't have a social life. I just did work and my family and studying. Then, after 2 years, in 2002, I opened again and I said, "Okay, my friends, I got my certification and we can find each other again." And then all of a sudden, it wasn't at homes anymore. They wanted to go out, to drink somewhere, something. And I went in summer, especially in summer, people were, before they were gathering, in the gardens, and all the people all around were coming, family and neighbors and everything. Not happening anymore. All of a sudden, everybody was indoors. So there was a change. I think before it was much better because they walked to each other's homes, they had good conversations, they were helping out each other. The food here, of course, is always good if you keep the Greek food. It's very healthy food. So that was better. And then afterwards, I saw people were indoors. They didn't gather so much anymore. There was more junk food going on also, more sweets people were eating all the time. So there was a change, and I was feeling really sorry about that.
I think this is
Yeah,
an influence from outside of
from
Kos.
outside,
Yeah.
definitely. And I think it's the screens also. Of course, in the 80s and the 90s, there were television, but nothing else. And then after 2000, like PlayStations, computers, all those games on the telephones and on the computers were coming. And now I think that is the biggest, but that's not only on the island, I think worldwide,
Yes, yeah, worldwide.
biggest challenge for well-being. You don't move. You don't really, person to person, other people. You're just sitting there eating junk food because you don't take the time to cook a nice Greek meal like they did before. And I think that's it's kind of worrying.
Yeah, I do think that like there's a generational thing that maybe I don't know what Greece is a little bit behind, so we tend to like here in cost, it's like 10, 20 years behind. So what was happening 20 years ago in the rest of Europe is probably happening now in Greece per se. And so it's those bad habits from the 90s and early noughties of Europe, the processed food, all that, have crept in here into Greece. But do you think we'll find our way back to that family culture, that way of life? Because I, for one, would love that way of life, a more simpler
Me too.
way of life. Yeah,
Me too. I can't imagine. Now also, I think almost every family here has two cars. When I came here, we didn't have a car. Most
yeah,
people didn't have a car. So now they go for. I've seen children brought to school, which is about 1 block away, so that's about 2, 3 minutes walk, and they bring the child with a car. My God, I've
yeah.
seen things like this, which is incredible. I think it's very worrying, and I'm afraid there is no coming back anymore. You think people can come back?
I'd like to think that we do come back from this because I found like my social circle, for example, the way I feel and the way I conduct my life, more and more people are coming back to these older habits. We have
Okay.
walking group, we have things like that. We eat healthy. I always cook food in the house. We very rarely have processed food in our house, and I think my social circle is probably very similar. And like with my clients, etc., I try to instill these behaviours amongst other people, and I think my generation, certainly in the UK, um, is starting to see the benefits of being with the natural stuff, doing the walking, not getting in the car to go to work type thing. And I
Okay.
think that here on Kos, I do think like everything's led by example, isn't it? So if you see other people doing things, then maybe you behave better. So maybe the younger generation will think, why are we driving to school? Why are we driving to school? Maybe we should just walk. It's just round the corner. So
Yeah.
maybe there's that type, hopefully, the
Mm.
education will happen. I don't think we'll get away from computer screens. I think that's unfortunately that is the way it is. But here on Kos, we've got the weather. The weather is amazing. The majority of the time, we have some bad days in winter, but even in winter, we have a lot of good days where people should be outside, kids should be outside playing,
Yeah.
and maybe
True.
we need to bring back that culture. In summer, we do see families at the beach. I do see families at the beach, but I also know that there's we're digressing a little bit here, but there's the majority of people on Kos have a vitamin D deficiency. Okay, how do you get
Isn't
a
that
vitamin D
incredible?
deficiency on a Greek island? It's our bodies are not absorbing vitamin D. So there's clearly a reason for that. Either they're not outside, or for
Yeah.
example, if you wear factor 50 sun cream all the time, your body cannot absorb the vitamin D. It's been blocked. So yeah, I think these health wake up calls, like, yeah, I'm not getting enough vitamin D because lack of vitamin D causes a lot of health issues, will
Of course.
start to spark people's minds that actually, yeah, we need to get outside, our family needs to be outside, our kids need to be outside. So hopefully these health conditions that are happening will hopefully trigger for the next generation to do something differently.
I hope so.
Yeah.
And as you say, Greece is a little bit behind. So,
Yes.
okay, then in 5 or 10 years, we will see something happening like this too. I hope so. I try to get people out also. I only do outdoors Tai
Yeah.
Chi here because it's very good possible.
Yeah.
And especially this summer of this winter was a very soft winter until a
Yeah,
few weeks
thank you.
ago.
Yeah, we've had
Uh,
probably 2 weeks of cold weather,
yeah,
and the
yeah.
majority of the rain's been on a night rather than during the day as well, which has been perfect. We've had the rain that we needed, but it's not been bad enough for us to stop us from doing anything.
Yeah. I only missed a few lessons the whole winter
Yeah,
because of the weather.
yeah,
It's really not necessary to stay indoors here.
yeah.
No.
So we've only missed a few hikes this year. Last year, I think we only missed one hike
Oh yeah,
during
last
the
year was
winter.
even
Yeah, it
yeah,
was even drier. It was really
yeah,
mild weather last winter.
and
Yeah.
only 2 days of cold instead of the 2 weeks now. Yeah, true. Hmm.
So Tai, how can practices like Tai Chi improve physical and mental well-being of the community here on Kos? So if people were to get involved here on Kos, what what would improve for them?
Well, in general, like your walking groups and your Pilates, you do also outdoors.
Yeah,
And my Tai Chi, whatever. I don't want people to come to Tai Chi only. Whatever you like. Tai Chi is
yeah,
not for everybody. Whatever you like. Go cycling, go walking, go swimming. I go swimming every morning. Do something that you like, but go outdoors. Don't stay indoors. And that will help a lot already. And whatever you do in moving, whatever I said before, it will let your blood and energy flow. Okay, with Tai Chi, we uh, bring the Tai Chi, the energy like to certain parts of the body because of the mind helps too. It's more an inner work together with the outer work. It's a little bit more difficult. I think a little bit more beneficial than in many ways because walking and swimming they all have their own benefits. But I think Tai Chi in many ways is beneficial for your specific body anyway. But I am very much of getting the people outdoors. And
I'm with you. A full
that's,
supporter of get outdoors
yeah,
mentality. It can change your
yeah,
life just to be
yeah,
outside in nature and to move in
yeah.
nature. Yeah. Um, if somebody's curious about trying your Tai Chi, either the retreats or the classes, what kind of advice would you give to them?
No, come to the lessons.
Just give it a go.
Come to yeah, that's the most easy thing. Well, I can give group lessons. My groups are very, very small. I also do private lessons. So if they want to, can go to my website, which is Health Movement, of course. And there you can find also telephone number and my messenger and Facebook and everything. So yes,
Yeah,
just
wonderful. Um,
just try it. At least try it, but don't try it one day because then it doesn't work. You have to do it for because your most of the bodies are so stressed. It's just all the stress is embodied in the whole body. People are like this. Yeah, I do it a lot now,
yeah,
but people are like this. Until you can get your shoulders down and until you can relax your face, you need some time because many people have 40, 50 years, but younger people all their life. This stress in the body, you need to do more, you need to do it better. At school, be better, be quicker. It's all
yeah.
more, 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 and it brings more tension and more and more and more tension in your body. And you don't even know how to relax anymore. So then it takes some time.
There's a key word going around in the wellness community now, consistency. You can't
Yeah,
just do one thing and expect a miracle to happen. You have to consistently do
yeah,
something to allow it to take effect. And then
yeah,
when you do feel good, that doesn't mean you should stop doing it. That means that it's doing the right thing and you should continue
yeah. Go
doing it.
on.
So that
Yeah,
word consistency is big at the moment, and
yeah,
it's the right word. So if somebody was to come to your classes, they need to keep coming. And if somebody was to come to your retreat as a beginner, the idea is, I imagine for yourself, you want them to go home and continue, which is
yeah,
what I like with my retreat. I like people to
yeah,
come and then continue it when they return home, whether that's Pilates, fitness, whatever retreat they're on. The
yeah,
idea is that the consistency is there. The retreat, and they may be new to it, but the retreat is that it's going to give them the idea of how good it can make you feel,
yeah,
and hopefully instill that idea that yes, I feel good now, let's continue
yeah.
when I go home.
That's also one of the exercises I use also in the retreat is, to absorb the nature you are in this moment. So that's in Greece, for instance, on the beach. So absorb whatever you see, feel, hear, smell, and taste, and bring that in your body. And don't forget it. If it's in your mind and in your body, then when you go home and you have a miserable day, sit down and come back. Take it up from your body into your mind and remember how beautiful it was. You even can stay indoors. If you close your eyes and you try to bring it back, then you're just on the beach in Greece again. And it will relax you again and it will make you remember the movements that you did and how good you felt. So then you can go on again, even if you have a miserable day.
Wonderful. That's great.
That's
Thank you
what
for
I
that.
try to accomplish with my lessons here also. So people should do it every day, not only the day that they have a lesson, but also with the retreat. Go home, find a teacher, or continue with the teacher you are, and bring nature in it. You don't need to be in nature all the time, but just remember it.
Wonderful. It's really good advice, and I hope people do take that advice. So, can you just remind me again what your website is so people can go and check you out so they can book on retreats or come and join your classes?
Okay, that's health movement, cos.
Healthmovementcost.com.
Yes, .com.
.com. Perfect. So,
Oh,
healthmovementcost.com. Wonderful.
well, I'm not sure about that. That could be.
No worries. No worries.
Don't remember
Let
to
me know
set it
afterwards. Go check it out afterwards. But if you were to put in Google health movement costs, you're going to come up.
and
So
then you will find
no
me, of
worries.
course.
No
Yeah,
worries at all.
yeah.
Well, thank you very much. What an interesting conversation. I've learned a lot about Tai Chi. As I've said to you before, I've never really explored Tai Chi. I just know that my stepmom does Tai Chi and she thinks it's incredible. And I totally trust what she says, and to be able to speak to you and learn more about it has been absolutely fascinating. So thank you very much.
Thank you too, and come and try sometime.
I will.
But
I
not
really
only
want
one
to.
time.
I really want to, that's for sure. I've been wanting to come for a few years. We would just need to stop clashing class timetables. We need to do different class timetables.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
yeah. Thank you
Okay.
so much. Well, thank you to everybody that's been listening to today's episode. I hope you found it as interesting as I did. If you did like the episode, please click like. And also, if you like the Avexia podcast, do subscribe to our channel over on Spotify. Also, please share it with your community. Let everybody know how amazing it is. We're learning all about the amazing island of Kos and all the amazing wellness activities that you can do here on Kos. But thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.
Bye bye.